Welcome to the Golf Lovers United podcast. I am Ben, Golf Love UK, and I am joined by Instagram and TikTok royalty in Danny and Stephen from Twin Tour Golf. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us.
Now, most of our listeners, the vast majority of listeners, just love golf, and I'm really excited about today because it's a different side of golf. And I was trying to look at Twitter at my most interactive with accounts, my most watched accounts. And terrifyingly, you two and Grumpy Eddie throwing his clubs are my most watched Twitter account, most watched Instagram account. Like I've watched more of you two play crazy golf than anything else on Instagram.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love to hear that.
Yeah, it's I discovered you. I came across your account. I'm gonna guess about 3.5-4 months ago, and it's addictive viewing, isn't it?
Yes, it's competitive mini golf and a different style of golf, and we get the viewers engaged, and it's a lot of fun.
So let's start from the beginning, right? So anyone that has watched them, they'll know that Stephen is a red ball, so he's wearing red, and Danny is a blue ball, he's wearing blue. So I actually asked him to go and get changed, so he didn't make a mistake, and they obliged because I'm 41 and I would forget. And you basically started playing mini golf with you two and Eddie and Tommy and a couple of your other mates. And I'm going to guess I use the phrase, you just pressed record and off you go. What made you think we're going to play mini golf and record it and millions of people are going to, because your videos get millions of views.
Yeah, so we've been doing social media since November of 2021, and we started off with live streaming golfing. But our big thing back then was live streaming, and we were trying to think of a way, and we were posting golf content on top of that, but we were trying to think of a way to become content creators only, had to think of an idea, and golf was doing okay, but it wasn't doing well enough. So one day, September 4th of 2023, we went out, played some mini golf instead of real golf, and we recorded it. We were like, well, that was all right. I don't know how this is going to do, but we'll see. Let's post it. And the first tournament we posted got over 7 million views, and since then we've stuck with it, and it's been great. I think people can relate maybe a little bit more to mini golf because who hasn't been mini golfing? I mean, almost everyone has tried mini golf. Anyone can play it, and our competitive nature with all of us, I think the viewers really enjoy, and we always want to win each tournament we play. And I think since we're all so competitive, it makes it so much fun for all of us and the viewers to watch as well.
And it's interesting, you say you started in 2021, and so and take this the right way. This is not meant as a criticism at all, but you are that YouTube generation. You went, how can we make content and become rich and famous through content? And I use the word famous in the sense that if you are making content and your face on the screen, with the wealth comes the infamy or being famous. So, and that's not meant as a derogatory sake, but that you went, oh, this will be our career. We're going to make content on golf. So before you went into the content piece, had you two always been golfers?
Yep. So Steve and I both played college golf, Division II.
Oh, you're D2 golfers, yeah.
D2
Where
golfers.
Where did you go?
We went to University of Wisconsin Parkside.
You both went to the same one, so you literally twins that can't be separated. You went to the same university, played the same sport.
Played high school golf together, college golf together. We were roommates. Always had someone to compete with on the golf course. Just enjoy making each other better golfers.
And like today, I hope today's going to be great because obviously our listening. Hopefully, your listeners will, for the first time ever, will get behind the scenes with Danny and Stephen. And look, we're on the Golf Lovers United podcast, and we've got Danny and Stephen from Twin Tour Golf. And for me, it's just a great opportunity to get two young guys who are doing something so. I was saying that it's so much fun, and you talked about being accessible. But before we get back into that. So you love golf. You play D2 golf. Who's got the lowest handicap? I'm assuming both off a scratch or near scratch, right?
Yeah. Well, college averages for the 4 years, Danny was a 75.25. I was a 75.4. So it went back and forth all the time, but he's got the edge over me when it comes to college scoring average.
If you go and tee it up now over 6,500 yards, normal golf course, what are you expecting to shoot?
I would say anywhere between 70 to about 77. Um,
Okay.
yeah, somewhere in there. We have our tournament schedule picked out for this summer, so just getting ready for those tournaments and keep ripping out the content as well.
So this is going to be the first year really of that. Now, are you going to mix the two? Are you going to keep Twin Tour as a competitive mini golf, crazy golf, whatever you want to call it, or are you going to put in the longer form of golf? I know you've put the odd longer form of golf video, and it's interesting. They don't do anywhere near as well.
Yeah, our
I look,
plan
I look,
is
I looked earlier, and like you put nine, it was 9 holes in 90 seconds, and like it's got like a tenth of the views of Eddie doing the choke sign.
yes, our plan is to continue the mini golf every day on Danny Sinicki TikTok, Twin Tour Instagram, Twin Tour YouTube, and then our Twin Tour Golf TikTok account is where you'll find all of our golf content, a mix in of some other behind the scenes mini golf, a different style mini golf tournament. We do a lot of breaking 60 two-man scrambles outside on the golf simulator. So that's where all of our golf content is posted right now on Twin Tour Golf TikTok. It will find its way onto Instagram every so often and YouTube as well. But Twin Tour Golf on TikTok is our main golf page.
And that's such a weird thing for like a 40-year-old bloke to hear that, well, it might make it onto Instagram, it might make it on YouTube. No, we are TikTok boys. That is it. And obviously the Instagram channel's huge. But like the fact you're not saying, okay, we're gonna have a Twin Tour Golf Instagram page that takes the normal golf, the non-crazy golf, and has that the fact that you're going, well, it might make it blows my mind. You're like, well, let's just do that as well. But it just shows that you know exactly where you're playing, what you're doing, and how you're doing it.
Yes, we have a set schedule on when we post, the number of posts we have each day. So we
I'm
stick.
aware. I'm aware. I only get 3 holes. I get 3 holes twice a day. I'm aware of that.
Yeah, yes. So we love the schedule we're on, and we're always open to change it up. And if our viewers, they want to see more golf, we can always post more golf content for you. But right now, that's what our plan is.
Did you learn this? Is this the Mr. Beast school of internet? And we'll get back into golf in a minute for the listeners, but I find this so interesting. Is this the Mr. Beast world of getting thumbnails, understanding posting times, doing all of that, posting the same way every time? Is that what you've arrived at? Did you learn it? Did you get taught it? How did you go? We're going to do 3 holes, and then a few hours later, another 3 holes.
Yeah, so it was just kind of how could we kind of hang on to the content, not just post it all at once, kind of spread it out, but not spread it out too long where viewers are annoyed how long it takes to post. I think everyone has gotten used to the posting schedule. It was all something that I just came up with myself. Um, just didn't learn anything, just kind of did it myself. And one of our buddies, Tommy, who plays in the mini golf tournaments, he's also a content creator himself. So we kind of learned that you have to
What
be.
does Tommy do?
Tommy does food challenges, what he eats in a day, all sorts of food hacks. He has a little
Oh,
over
he
10
doesn't do
million.
he doesn't do topless stuff with a board in front of him saying, "Here's what I eat," does he?
No, yeah, I
All right.
mean, he has over 10 million followers on TikTok. We actually went to school together. We played college golf together at our school. So that's how we had met Tommy. But he has a big platform himself. And what we learned was being consistent is a huge part of social media.
Yeah, and I think for myself and what I do, mine's it's not amateur hour, but I'm not trying to build a business and to build equity and income and revenue from that. I just do it because I really enjoy it and I love talking about golf. So it's very different. And the podcast is my other thing, this outlet where we do this. And you're forming part of one of our new segments, which is called Content Creators Corner. So it's guys like yourselves that create content in and around the world of golf, but not necessarily just going out and playing golf per se. I got a guy called Kenny Palace coming on in a couple of weeks who makes a beautiful actual hard like physical magazine called the Links Diary, and like, he's going to come on. We're going to talk about that. Like to go into print media in 2023 is different, but he's made it work. And like for me, it's a big. I want to shine light on other content creators and what they do, and I can learn from it, and listeners can enjoy it because it's about golf. So you realised you weren't going to make it as pro golfers. That's fair to say. You knew that wasn't going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
and you enjoyed creating content. Were you creating content generally already at college? I'm guessing you must have been.
Yep. So we graduated a year ago from college, just about a year. And while we were there, we would sort of film some videos. And then when we first started posting, all the videos we had filmed that we didn't really mean to post on social media were what we started uploading in order to gain a following and then produce more content.
I think it's fantastic. I think for me, the other thing to focus on is, and to comment on, is the fact that you've done it seamlessly with, and again, this is take this the right way, you don't have heavily edited videos. It doesn't feel like there's hours and hours and hours of editing. It feels like you upload it, you put your little graphics on the thing, you know how to do that. Do you just use the native software, or do you have a software app you use? What's the way you do it?
Yeah, so what I do for the most of the videos is just use CapCut. It's super simple, super easy to use, gets the point across, nothing fancy, nothing over the top. Just yeah, very simple, like you said. But we're mini golfing. I think with the voiceover that I do as well, it kind of
Yeah,
engages the viewers a little bit more instead of just watching people mini golf, not really understanding what's going on. So I think the voiceovers are a key part to the videos to help people understand the situation, what's going on, who's playing, who needs to win, who hasn't won in a while, who won last tournament. It all just kind of wraps it up and makes it easy to follow and get into.
I think that commentary is a real big part of how you do that, and it really works nicely into there.
Thank you.
And I think it makes it accessible. So let's talk about the accessibility. Golf has historically had an issue of being stuffy, hard to get into. It's predominantly been people from more wealthy backgrounds, of certain demographics, and as you say, who hasn't played mini golf? Like, no, I struggle to find anyone in their 20s hasn't at some point gone and played mini golf or crazy golf. And you're making your content easy for people to get into. Do you think those people that are coming to watch you have any interest in golf per se, or do you feel most of them are just watching you because they've enjoyed becoming part of your community in that crazy golf world?
Yeah, I would say it's about a split 50-50 between people who are engaged in the mini golf and people who would be engaged in both mini golf and real golf content. So we're trying to get that number of the mini golfers to get more engaged in golf because promoting the game of golf is super cool for us. We've been playing it since we were 6 years old when our dad brought home a set of kids' clubs and we went out on a day off of school in kindergarten to try out the game of golf. And there's a lot of easy ways to get into golf and avoid those expensive costs and truly get good at the game with what you have available.
Well, my little one, regular listeners will know, my little girl's called Annabelle, and she's got into golf. She's only 5, but she's got into golf, starting to enjoy it. And she went the other day to Crazy Golf and took her putter. She didn't want to use their putter. Had to use her putter, and like she shot like a million. But my wife said it was so fun because she just kept talking about, this is my golf club from the golf set that my daddy uses when me and my daddy go and play golf together. We go to the driving range. She has lessons on a Saturday or a Sunday morning, and then we go to my golf club afterwards. And she jumps in the buggy. We play 4 or 5 holes. I tee her up 60 yards from the hole. She's dreadful, but she's 5.
Oh,
But importantly, she keeps coming back and loves it.
yes.
And my daughter loves mini golf and takes her own club. I just think it is that accessibility, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like people who are just getting into golf, there's options to kind of ease into it. I mean, around us, there's par 3 courses that aren't super busy. You don't have to be worried about people watching you, getting on you about pace of play. I think that if people can start at those shorter courses, get into swinging a golf club, go to the range, get some practice and kind of work your way up and not just jump right into it. Because if you jump onto a full size course first round, you're going to be stressed out and not enjoy it. So I think kind of just easing into the game of golf, there's cheaper options. It's not all super expensive. You can find those cheap par 3 courses to start off on and work your way up.
And I think one of the things that's coming across from what you're doing and some of the comments, when I look at the comments, is actually that there's a lot of people that I don't think want to play another form of golf. they like going to play mini golf or crazy golf once or twice a week. There was one girl wrote in there, got to be 4 weeks ago, 4.5 weeks ago, and she said, "Thank you for your channel," because I'm not sure if there's no way you guys read all the comments. Let's not pretend you do. There's no chance you can.
We get
Um,
close.
yeah, let's not. You can't bullshitter, boys. There's no way you do. You might try. She wrote some 4.5 weeks ago, maybe a bit longer. And she said, "Thank you for your channel. My partner and I now go and play crazy golf every Thursday evening or Wednesday evening, whatever it was." And I thought, that's amazing. They both discovered your Instagram channel and both gone, "Should we go and play crazy golf?" Neither play golf and both now go and play crazy golf. I know it sounds daft because of your channel.
Yeah, and I think that's
And it's
what's
not just her. Let's be honest. It's not just her. It's going to be hundreds and thousands of people who are going to go, well, as you say, you've had videos with 7 million views. Like, it's going to make people go and play crazy golf.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so great about what we do is I think we're bringing business to mini golf courses. The main course we go to, Big Putts, the indoor mini golf course. We've gone there probably over 20 times, and they've seen sales just skyrocket. It's 4 times what they've seen last year, and now we're starting to see courses reach out to us. They want us to play their course, which I think is so cool and just a great way for us to market these mini golf courses. And maybe we go to some people's home course that they play all the time or they grew up playing and they just love to see it. And I think that's so cool that we can do that.
Well, obviously, when you come over to the UK, you're going to have to take twin. You're going to have to do twin tour. You know you're going to have to do that.
Oh yeah.
Who's going to come? It's going to be you two, Eddie. Let's to the viewers who don't know Eddie. You mentioned a couple of times. Eddie is he's a character, right?
Oh, Eddie is great. I mean, Eddie is probably one of the most competitive people that I know, and the fact that we can battle it out on the mini golf course. We have our rivalry going on right now. So when we're on the mini golf course, we're not friends, but once we're done, we're friends again. But it's a fun he's a fun competitive guy that really gets into it and he wants to win himself. He has his team Eddies that he wants to impress and get the win for. He's still looking for his major win, but
Well, we'll talk about the majors in a moment because that's incredible how many views you get and the people spending sponsorship money as a prize is amazing. When Eddie, I think is the about the fifth or sixth hole on the front nine of the second 18, and Eddie was leading by 2, and then he just pumped one about, as Eddie can sometimes do, hit it about 8 yards long. I'm like, whoa! He gets a massive adrenaline rush and just like gets a driver out instead, and you just knew from that moment, head's gone. Head's absolutely gone. I reckon he could be the easiest person, and he'll watch this. So Eddie, I've got it, buddy. If I ever play with you, I can get in there. I'll live rent free.
yes, Eddie's a fun guy to try to get in his head, but he'll try to dish it back and get in yours as well. But that's what's so great about it. Bella too. Bella's my girlfriend. She plays in a lot of the mini golf
She went on
tournaments.
a run. She won like 3 events in a row.
Yeah, she was on fire in season 5, season 4, season 5. But she also played Division 2 college golf. She won her conference
Okay.
tournament by 6 shots her senior year, which was last year. Holds
So she's a legit stick then. So
She's a phenomenal golfer, can play really well as well.
I like the fact she's never taken a bag off.
Yeah, that's her thing, wearing the bag and mini golfing.
So obviously you had a few commercial deals, obviously, and you're monetizing through TikTok, and no one's prying about what you make. But you boys obviously are going to be making good money, and things are growing, which is fantastic. Courses have reached out to you, which is great. But you just done a deal with a putter handle manufacturer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How did that come about? And that handle looks insane.
Yeah, so that's Caliber Golf. It's a hockey shaft style putter system. It's the shaft and grip all in one. So what they do is they take a putter, they cut it down to about 10 inches, and then they put the hockey shaft putter on to the length the golfer wants. Typically about 1 inch longer than your current putter is what they recommend. And so it's a hockey shaft that's the shaft and grip to the putter. It feels amazing. It takes out the risks in the putting stroke and it forces you to use your big muscles. And we've been using it for about a month and a half since the course is opened by us here, and we've both seen a really good results from putting. Yeah, they're a Caliber Golf is a local brand here close to us, so we got connected with them and we hit it off, and we're working together now. So, and we love their product. It's great.
Look, that's great to hear. And I think for me, it's just interesting when these things come out. And which one of you plays a sub 70?
That's me. Yeah, I have the sub 70 putter with the
He sub
Caliber.
70 through the bag or just putter?
Just the putter with the Caliber Golf. Yes, I saw that. Sub 70.
Yeah, I got a through the bag deal with sub 70 despite being a 9 handicap. So that's because of the podcast and everything else. But yeah, I love their gear, and I got a sub 70 half moon putter, which weighs about 9.5 kilos. It's so heavy, and I love it.
Yes, the hockey shaft putter is also, it's a little bit heavier than a standard putter. Not much, but it offers that weight. It's perfect weight distribution for a smooth stroke.
Yeah, I like that. I like the weight. I think it takes a little bit out of the me putting it in and quietens the wrist down. Anyway, let's stop promoting Caliber. We've done loads of them, and just send them these clips that they know that they got their money's worth. So before we jumped on the call, I said to you about my experience with mini golf and crazy golf. Was my wife and I we did a tour of the East Coast of America, not all of it, but some of it. For our honeymoon, we did DC, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, Savannah, Atlanta. Did 3 weeks. It was lovely, but we played 3 or 4 rounds of mini golf in Myrtle Beach. Now, you said to me you are going there, but for the listeners and people not, Myrtle Beach is the home of mini golf. Are you excited? How many rounds are you going to play there? You're going to be surely getting content for 3 months worth of content, right?
Yes, we want to go there and see if we can hit every mini golf course, kind of make it a little challenge, but spend a couple days there and see what we can get done.
It's massive. It's just so many, like they're big places with loads of different like themes, like dinosaurs or pirates or whatever else. And I think it'll come across really good on your material. You excited to go and do that because it's just somewhere different? So I've been to a lot of the same places, and like sometimes what city are you guys in?
We're just outside Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah, so there's a couple of times you played outdoors in the winter and it looks very cold.
Yes, we've played some cold rounds, battling through some 30-degree weather, and it's fun. But yeah, seeing the new courses, when you go to a course and it's a certain theme, the pirate theme, or when we go to Florida, there's a lot of alligator themed mini golf courses where they have actual alligators in ponds along the mini golf course. So just the whole experience of mini golf, depending on the theme, the style of course you're playing, it's all super fun. And also the new Pop Strokes with the Tiger Woods designed mini golf courses give you that feel that it's a real course, just mini style is super cool. So trying out every course we can play for the viewers and get a different perspective from each course. But yeah, I do see comments all the time. When are you going to Myrtle Beach? And I think when we do, it'll be fun because a lot of people have played those courses before. They'll be able to relate to what they did on what hole. They can see what we do. And we're excited to get down to Myrtle Beach sometime.
Well, I hope you get it done soon because I think the content will be fantastic. And I think obviously it's great, as we said, that you're golfers who love golf. Obviously your girlfriend, Stephen, as you said, is Bella. So she plays with you, which is great. You can imagine she travels a lot with you and plays a lot of golf with you generally. And you have a lot of your other friends that come on there. You have the likes of Dawson and Wolf, who might be the worst golfer in the history of the world. seems like a lovely bloke, but he will never win a tournament. Bless him.
Yeah, that would shock the world if he did get a win. But I'm hoping he does someday. He'll get the chances too.
Stephen, did he beat you in the first round of the match play knockout?
That was actually Danny. He beat Danny down in the I think it was the Mini Golf Madness. Mini Golf Madness. And then I went up against Wolf in the Mini Masters Championship, and he was putting up a fight. When it comes to head-to-head play, Wolf, he's a different player. But when it's a 3, 4, 5-person tournament, he just hasn't found a win yet.
Look, this is very inside golf on the Twin Tour because obviously a lot of people listening to this will have no idea what's going on. So what I'd encourage viewers and listeners of my podcast to do is to go onto Instagram, type in Twin Tour Golf and go and watch it. Go and look at it. It's so much. It's so much. Just I hate doom scrolling, and I make a real promise to myself to not do it anymore. But I want to consume a bit of easy content. Your content's easy to consume. It's good fun. It's competitive. Eddie is just mental, and it's so much fun seeing you guys do what you do. And I think if anyone can take from this that one of the things is just if you want to record something, just record it.
Yeah, you
Just get it.
you never know what could happen. It's always just about trying it to see what happens. When we first started, we were just playing mini golf tournaments, but then we were like, how could we make this interesting and make people keep coming back? So we thought of doing seasons. So there's about 10 regular season tournaments and then the big major. And then the next season begins. It each one lasts a month long. So it's a new season every month. There's a major at the end of it. And now we're starting to throw in some head-to-head bracket style tournaments as well. Usually, typically around when the majors are the Masters. We did a mini Masters championship. PGA Championships coming up, so we'll have a mini golf championship, and it's a bracket style tournament. A little mix up, and then back to the regular season, but just kind of throwing in new ideas, keeping the viewers involved, engaged. Is always important. And in order to make it to the major, you have to win in the regular season. And also, the previous major winner, which was myself here in major number 7, you get an automatic bid to the next major with a previous major win. So there's a lot of
So
stuff.
Tommy might not be in the next one then.
Yeah, we're actually filming the last event today to see if Tommy can get his invite, but
Tommy's got some work to do.
he does.
Look, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure having you boys on, and I don't say boys in a disrespectful way. You know what I mean. It's been great having you on. Talk about something very different in the world of golf, and something that has brought me. And I'm not afraid to admit it. It's brought me a lot of joy. I love watching what you do. Genuinely love watching it. My little girl on a Sunday before we go to golf, we will watch about 5 or 6 of your videos, and she loves it.
Oh, that's
She
great
loves
to
it.
hear.
You got a 41-year-old and a 5-year-old having breakfast together, watching your videos before they go out to play golf.
Wow, that's great. Thank you.
And trust me, I'm not the only dad doing it. I was speaking to one of my mates the other day, and he actually said to me, he went, mate, you're on that Instagram. And I went, yeah, I'm on that Instagram. And he said, have you heard about these 2 lads? He said, I think they might be brothers. And I went, and I thought, this guy, he said, they played mini golf. I went, do you mean twin? Yeah. He said, I said, yeah. I said, I watch it every day. And he's like, oh, he said, it's addictive, isn't it? I went, yeah. He said, I couldn't go to sleep. He said, I'd scroll back about 5 seasons. And he said, an image of my mate just in bed, like watching 3 hours of you two, like just to catch up on it.
Yes. Wow. That's incredible. That's awesome.
But you know that's not just me and my one mate. That's going to be thousands and millions of people worldwide. So look, from me personally, thank you for what you guys do. I love the content. My little girl loves it, which is more important than anything. But also thank you as a fan of golf for making golf more accessible. And for that girl who, and there's no chance she'll be watching this unless she watches it via you guys promoting it. But from that girl and her boyfriend, they're grateful because of you two, they've now got a new date night. And that hopefully, amongst the money and all the fun you have and the fact you've got careers and all that you're going to do, amongst all of that, you've got people who weren't playing golf physically now playing golf.
Yeah, that's awesome that we can even get people interested in the game. I think golf is such a great game that you can play your whole life, and the earlier you get in, the more you'll enjoy it, but there's no it's never too late to get into golf.
And as you said, and we've seen, you don't have to ever leave the mini golf course. If all you want to do is play mini golf, just play mini golf.
Yes. Yep, exactly.
So can you remind me, gentlemen, well, not me, I know where you are. Can you remind our viewers what your different social handles are across YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok?
Yes, so we are Twin Tour Golf. You'll find our mini golf tournaments from Twin Tour Golf on Instagram and YouTube. And then Danny Sinicki on TikTok is where we post all of our mini golf rounds. And then Twin Tour Golf on TikTok is our golf account where you'll find golf content, simulator golf content, and other mini golf content of sorts. on that page.
Look, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on the Golf Lovers United podcast. You can find us at there's Golf Love UK on Twitter, probably having a mild argument about PGA Tour and Live and other stuff. Or you can find me on Instagram, where it's a much nicer place to be. Boys, don't bother with Twitter. It's poisonous and the cesspool. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Danny and Stephen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming on, and I hope you have a lovely day. And part of me hopes that Tommy doesn't make it to major, just so he's got to hold the camera the whole time.
Yes, thank you for having us. We enjoyed it. Thank you.
Cheers, everybody.